Hello, this is Annette Stanton. I just want to share with you. I've just come from a coaching session, and this particular client, a small business owner, and one of the things that we were talking about was, how does she maintain a good energy so that during the busy times with family, with business, and so forth. And one of the realizations she had here, I'm just going to read this, was realizing I felt low in energy, not sticking with my weekly habits. So just let me define a little bit more about that. Everybody has certain energy cycles, and it's really important to get to know what your energy cycle is. So in other words, throughout the day, getting to know what time you book certain meetings. So you'll know when you have a natural energy in the morning for certain things. So, for example, I know I have a natural energy cycle for writing in the morning. I have a natural energy cycle for at different times for my one-on-one coaching and group coaching. I have a different energy cycle when I know to go out and have my meetings with marketing and networking and so forth, and collaboration. So it's getting to know from inside out. And one of the ways that you can start to do that is through what's called energizing habits. And that's what she's realized is this client of mine was saying, she's just started setting up her what's called your weekly energizing habits. And that is a way of maintaining a balance in mind, and body whilst you're in action in your business and your personal life. So creating that equilibrium, let's say, instead of reacting or low, your dips in energy and so forth. Because it's making sure that you are honouring your body so that when you go out into the world, whether you're with your family or whether you're inside the business with your team, whatever the case might be, you take your best self with you wherever you go, right? But it's about filling your cup up first with energizing habits. So, some of the things that you can do for energizing habits, a lot of them are really, really, I'm gonna say simple. Yet it's not, because if a lot of the times, like for example, we know how to lose weight, we know how to, that exercise is going to make us feel better about ourselves, but we don't do it, do we? Right? So it's easier said than done, and it's being able to identify what your energizing habits are that you're ready to bring in. So whether it's 3, 5, 10 energizing habits a week, entirely up to you. So things like taking vitamins, drinking plenty of water, being fully present. One of the things that I do is meditation as well, walking in nature. So I walk my dog in nature. That's one of my energizing habits. And also I'll do an exercise which gets my heart rate up a little bit higher so that I can do, cardio. I'm a head person, so I have to, get my heart rate up. Otherwise, my head is just, creating all the time, okay? So when I get my heart rate up, then the breath comes in, it brings me back into the body, make sure that I'm grounded, which then creates more presence, okay, and conscious awareness, so that you're not reacting. So one of the things that this client was realizing was she was getting irritable, she was reacting to stuff, she was thinking, why am I feeling this way? And that's when she realized, I haven't got traction with my energizing habits. She started them, and it takes a while to get traction, to create a routine, in other words. Yeah. So it's something like, when you try something, you go, well, I feel good now that I've done that, right? And then once you let go of it, and something might happen because it hasn't become a habit, it takes time. And sometimes habits change. That's why you got to check in and notice what's right for you at any given time. And depending on the amount of projects that you've got on, okay, if you've got a lot on, okay, then you might choose, let's say, 3 energizing habits that are what I like to call non-negotiables for you throughout the week or each day, okay, whatever works for you. So I know one of my other clients, he found it really, really important for him, who ran, 3 different businesses, being an entrepreneurial, thought leader. what was important to him was to do something really active during the day, because it broke up his day. And then what we were having a coaching conversation about, was how he felt about that when it came to feeling guilty. Is it okay for me to do that? Running my own business. And because he was used to being busy, I was trying to help him to support himself to find what his energy cycle was, right? And that was what he identified. So when you start something new and you give it to yourself, sometimes you can have a bit of a guilt trip on yourself. I give you full permission to go for that run during the day, or go for that walk, whatever it is. Have a lunch break. Make sure that you're creating that natural energizing habit that you go, I feel really good after I've done that. It's like that, okay? So if you want to find out more about that, happy to answer any questions. Just drop me a line. And enjoy your energizing habits and have a fabulous week. Thanks for connecting. Bye for now. This is Annette Stanton. See ya.